Hey, thanks for deciding to watch this. Anyway, let's get started. So one of my favorite touhou books is the Bohemian Archive in Japanese Red, and one of the biggest reasons why is because it's used to show us the perspectives and personalities of different characters, way more than the games could. But one thing I didn't see anyone bring up is how it shows us a lot about ZUN too, specifically in the articles about the prisme rivers. So to explain this, I'll have to go over the articles, so if you already read them, or you don't care, then you could feel free to skip this section. Alright, the first article is about Lunasa and how she was able to sense that the rain is coming and move the concert to a better location. It turns out she could sense it because the sound her violin makes just changed somehow. I don't know how that works. Next is Merlin's article, where Aya finds out that Merlin performs solo shows for vengeful spirits, though it seems that she only doing it to boost their spirits. The final article is just Aya interviewing Lyrica about her unique music and sound. So how can these articles teach us about ZUN's approach to making music? First, I'm going to have to assume that the parts specifically talking about how the characters view music are also about ZUN's views of music. And the first one is from Lunasa, quote,
"You don't know the first thing about music. What is the essence of music? Producing sounds, of course. It's never about mimicking a composition note for note. Sheet music is superfluous, making sound itself is the most important point."
End quote. She follows that up with this exchange between her and Aya.
"If sounds removed from those that occur in nature are noise, then truly excellent music is no different from noise either."
Next is Merlin. She says, quote,
"Well, the three of us play violin, trumpet and keyboard, but each of the sounds we play has a different role, you know? My older sister plays gentle songs, with melancholic sound that brings the listener's mood down."
End quote. Next quote from her is, quote,
"I play songs that have intense changes in emotion, with manic sound that drives the listener's mood way up, and Lyrica's illusionary sound brings the two together, creating a song that's pleasant to listen to."
End quote. Next from her is, quote,
"Sounds that don't have any effect on the mind, absolutely cannot be good. I couldn't care less about sounds that don't stir one's heart. In the first place, my sounds are the sounds of emotion, and my trumpet's dizziness is an amplifier for emotion."
and end quote. Finally, we have Lyrica.
So you can't enjoy music unless you can understand it? You can't have your spirits lifted unless you know exactly what sounds you're listening to?
End quote. From this, we could deduce a few things. First thing is that ZUN cares more about the emotions a song makes someone feel, and less about having a structure. What I mean by this is that even if you don't understand perfectly how a song works, it's still good as long as it gives the emotion he's trying to make you feel. Which explains why a bunch of touhou songs sound very chaotic, but beautiful at the same time. And why some people get thrown off by it. Secondly, is that he also prioritizes good sound over an understandable sound, because you don't really need to understand how something works in order to enjoy it. For example, when listening to a bunch of touhou songs, I, personally, can't tell what instrument is being played at all, except the trumpets. Those are very recognizable. Finally is his use of instruments. He doesn't just pick one instrument to use randomly, and he also doesn't associate his characters with specific instruments. Rather, he uses each instrument to give different emotions, which is something we keep coming back to. Emotions. I believe the one thing that makes touhou music stand above the rest is the emotions they leave in people when they listen to them, which inspires them to share the music, make their own arrangements, and bring out the creativity in them. And if I'm correct in ZUN's goal with his music was to inspire others, then I think he did an amazing job at it. Anyway, I hope you understand what I mean, and have a deeper appreciation for touhou music and the prism rivers, because you did get to see a bunch of their personalities in those quotes, didn't you? And I hope you liked this video. Please tell me any feedback you have in the comments. And anyway, goodbye, and read Aya's newspaper.